Hi, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. We're going to look at a beer today from the Kyoto Brewing Company, which is personally one of my favorite breweries in Japan, and I think one of the best breweries in Japan. And I'll extend that even further. They're an exceptional brewery, no matter which country you're in. Kyoto Brewing was founded in 2015 by 3 foreign residents of the city. One man was an American, the head brewer, and another was a Welshman, and then the third was a Canadian. And they met when they were working for the JET program, Japan Exchange and Training Program, I believe, as teachers in the northern part of Japan, and became friends and kept in touch over the years. And they decided to open a brewery together, and in fact, one of them studied for an MBA and did his graduate work for his thesis on the business plan for the brewery. And the head brewer went to the U.S. and studied and did an internship at Lost Abbey in California, and then in Japan worked for a while at Shiga Kogen in Nagano Prefecture, one of the finest breweries in Japan. And so they started in 2015, and they were actually rated as the best new brewery in Japan by Rate Beer Best Selection for that year. And in 2019, they were rated the best brewery in Japan. So, they have earned quite a few honors along the way. And they make varieties of beers. They do have 4 regular beers, 4 flagship beers, which you can buy, which are available all year round. And they have a number of series which they make. And if you go on their website, you can see all the different series they do. They've got a series, currently they just started a series to investigate the innovators of the IPA style. And so there are all kinds of things, some barrel aging and, lots of different stuff that they're making. They made their name at the beginning doing kind of Belgian American hybrid sort of ales, but they make all kinds of things. One of their most recent interesting ones I had was a Belgian quad by them. So, and they have a tap room in Kyoto next to the brewery, attached to the brewery, and it is open on the weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the afternoons. And you can get, usually they have 8 to 10 things on tap there, and you can get growlers and all sorts of things like that too. So if you're in Kyoto, you definitely should visit Kyoto Brewing for sure. Okay, well, let's now take a look at the beer for today. And here is the beer from Kyoto Brewing now that we're going to look at. It is called Kyoto Brewing Creator IPA. It is an English-style IPA, and it's the first beer in their Creator series. And the Creator series, Kyoto Brewing does many series where they explore different aspects of malt and hops and origins around the world. And in this case, they're looking at 6, they might say, transformers or creators, things, innovators in the styles of beer. And in this case, they're going to look at the English IPA, how the English developed the IPA. And it is the first in this series, which is called Rokuri no Henkaku Sha. And the 6 people, or the 6 areas which developed the IPA style. And this one has Maris Otter and Pilsner malt, Goldings and Willamette hops, and English IPA, or English yeast. And the characteristics that they're going after in this are the English style, which is a lightly kilned malt, light color as well, an intense bitterness, and the type of water that exists around the Burton area of England, kind of halfway up England, high sulfate sort of water, which will accentuate the hop bitterness. And this is 67% by alcohol by volume and 65 international bittering units. On Rate Beer, there are only 2 ratings so far. 3.85 out of 5. On Untapped, there were two. It was listed under two sections, which is typical for Untapped. Untapped is unmoderated, and people put up whatever they want, whenever they want. And under Creator English IPA, it has 31 ratings at 3.73, and it's also been added as simply Creator with 29 ratings at 3.77, so about the same. And 660 yen where I picked it up, and so about $5 US or so. Okay, so it does have this nice mix of malts. The Marisada, of course, is British. Pilsner can be German, Moravian, Czech. Golding's English hop, and Willamette, a New World West Coast hop, and an English yeast, English ale yeast. Okay, well, it is kind of medium gold color, frothy sort of foam on the top. All right. Okay, right away I get this kind of definitely a malty sort of sweetness. Some decided hops, definitely. Interesting mix. The Goldings and Willamette. Wow. Well, quite something. It's a bit fruity to start off. Definitely the malt backbone is there. The hops produce an interesting blend on the tongue. It's kind of fruity and then gets tangy after that. So it definitely appears right after the initial and then develops into this tanginess. Very, very interesting, unusual. I'm wondering if some alcohol is apparent here as well. Not sure about that. It has a kind of tartness in mid-palate, and the bitter tracks you can definitely feel as it finishes. Yeah. This is interesting. It's quite different from IPAs that you may be familiar with. Yeah. It has this unusual kind of fruitiness. Kind of hard to explain. Give it a try. I think this is going to be an interesting series for them. I wonder what their next one will be. Again, it's called Kyoto Brewing Creator English IPA, 7%, 65 IBUs. So if you see this one, and you will see this around where Kyoto Brewing is sold, or go to their tap room in Kyoto if you happen to be in town. Okay. That is it for today. Please do take care.